You know, in today's world, things move so fast. It feels like achieving our potential, whether that's personal goals or business ambitions, even that classic American dream, it just seems tougher and tougher.
It really does. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of uncertainty.
Exactly. And you start to wonder, could technology, which sometimes feels like part of the problem, actually offer some unexpected help, some new paths?
Well, that's precisely what we're getting into today.
Yeah, our mission here is to explore how one person is using artificial intelligence, AI, to craft solutions for exactly these challenges.
Yep.
And it's all framed around these really powerful ideas of restoring hope and unlocking your potential.
Right. And for this deep dive, our source material is a set of recent articles we found in LoveAIMagazine. It's hosted over on PublishZilla.
Okay.
And these articles, they give us a really interesting window into a specific vision for AI and how it's being applied, practically in business and just in life. It's a unique perspective on empowerment through these tools.
And the person at the center of all this figure in the articles, is Mike Hayes. Now, what's interesting is he's described as, well, a pretty typical American, average background, average education initially. But then later on, he apparently got this extraordinary, really transformative education while he was a young employee at NBC TV and radio networks in New York.
That's a key part of his background mention.
Yeah, and it's not just media talk. He's a 2-time Peabody Award winner for research and documentaries. So, that background gives his perspective some real weight, I think.
Absolutely. And there's another layer here. The sources also identify Mike Hayes as a longtime American dream creator and interviewer, specifically from the direct response media world.
Okay, what does that mean exactly, American dream creator?
Well, it seems to mean he's spent a good chunk of his career focused on helping people, especially entrepreneurs, achieve their goals. Sort of creating pathways, using media to help them build their own American dreams. And he's also the creator of something called the Great Discovery AI Super Campus Podcast Library. It's aimed at both American and global dream creators. And a really big piece of his strategy, highlighted in the articles, involves love local networking.
Love local networking.
Yeah, the idea is using these specific networking strategies, possibly enhanced by AI, to level the playing field, especially for small business owners, helping them compete no matter their size or location.
Okay, so we've got this blend. Deep media experience, a focus on individual empowerment, helping the little guy, you can say, and now bringing AI into the mix.
Exactly.
So this deep dive is really about unpacking how all those pieces fit together, how they form this new vision for empowerment. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So diving right in, the core of this vision from Mike Hayes, as presented in these LoveAIMagazine articles, seems to be about using AI to, bring back hope, to restore that sense of possibility. You see it right there in the titles, like restoring hope, how one man is bringing back the American dream and another one unlocking your potential, the American dream with AI Super Campus. They really frame the whole thing.
They absolutely do. And central to making this happen is this concept they keep mentioning, the AI Super Campus.
Right, the Super Campus. What is that exactly?
The sources describe it as a free online platform. Think of it like a centralized hub. It's meant to democratize AI, making tools, training, and resources available, especially for entrepreneurs and small businesses.
So accessible AI.
Precisely. And LoveAIMagazine itself, the source of these articles, apparently draws a lot of its content, especially pieces about the power of AI resilience, directly from what's offered on this free campus. And this links directly to another theme they mention: building certainty in an unpredictable world. It connects hope with practical tools for stability.
That raises a really big question then, doesn't it? If you make these advanced AI tools genuinely free and accessible, how does that fundamentally change the game? Especially for individuals or small businesses that might otherwise, be priced out or lack the technical know-how.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it leads us straight into a major component of this free campus,
which is
what they call ChatGPT networking. The articles explicitly credit Mike Hayes with pioneering ChatGPT networking at freeaisupercampus.com. And this seems to be a really core part of the whole strategy. This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, ChatGPT networking. It sounds like more than just using ChatGPT to write emails.
Oh, much more, according to these sources. They frame it as genuinely revolutionary, a significant shift in communication and collaboration.
How so?
Well, for instance, one article mentions it revolutionizing communication at the Rumi Awards. That suggests using AI for maybe highly personalized, sophisticated communication for big events. And for professionals on the go, it's described almost like having an AI networking assistant in your pocket. Something that helps draft messages, automate outreach, maybe even helps you prep for conversations. It's about efficiency and scale in networking.
And it seems to get pretty specific with applications, too. I saw mentions of things like tackling tariff disruptions. How would ChatGPT networking help with that?
Well, the implication seems to be using AI to rapidly analyze complex trade information, maybe draft communication strategies, or find alternative connections quickly when supply chains get disrupted by tariffs.
Wow, okay. That's specific.
Yeah, and then there's mastering LinkedIn networking with AI. That sounds more straightforward. Optimizing profiles, finding contacts, crafting messages, but turbocharged by AI.
Right, and revolutionizing on-the-go audibles. What's that about?
That one sounds like maybe AI-powered audio briefings, getting quick, synthesized information or talking points before a call or meeting, maybe delivered as audio, making prep time super efficient.
Okay, so lots of practical uses.
Absolutely, and when you zoom out, the sources talk about joining the ChatGPT networking revolution, a 500 billion AI transformation.
500 billion. That's ambitious.
It is. But what's fascinating is they're positioning this specific application of AI, this ChatGPT networking, not just as a communication tool, but as a major economic engine.
By empowering small players.
That seems to be the idea. That by giving individuals and small businesses these powerful communication analysis tools, you unlock massive efficiency, open up new markets, and essentially drive this huge economic transformation. It's a bold claim.
And it ties right back to the individual, doesn't it? There's that piece, learn to love your life and business with ChatGPT networking.
Exactly. It suggests mastering these tools isn't just about business metrics. It's about gaining control, improving work-life balance, maybe reducing stress, making work more enjoyable, essentially.
So beyond just the networking aspect, which is clearly huge here, the sources also talk about AI supporting people more broadly. Things like learning, creating content, general business growth.
Yes, that's another big pillar. LoveAIMagazine itself, which we're drawing from, seems to have launched its initiatives through this AI super campus. It acts as sort of a showcase and a resource hub.
Makes sense.
And AI's role in content and learning comes up quite a bit. There's an article titled Discover the Greatest AI Co-Hosts with AI media marketing expert Mike Hayes.
AI co-hosts, like for podcasts.
Apparently. It suggests AI can be a creative partner, helping generate ideas, refine scripts, maybe even do research synthesis for media creators.
Interesting.
And then there's this really provocative title, AI Podcasts, the secret to riches for solopreneurs on the go.
Okay. That's quite a promise.
It is. It positions AI as a key tool for independent creators, maybe automating parts of production or distribution to achieve financial success more easily.
And it sounds like learning is a big focus, too, especially learning on the go. I saw on-the-go learning. Enhance your networking skills with ChatGPT AI podcast listening.
Right. That suggests maybe AI-generated or curated audio lessons, perhaps personalized learning delivered via audio, making learning fit into busy schedules.
And they mention a specific resource, AIaudibles.com, for unlocking the power of AI. Learn for life and business. Sounds like a dedicated platform for this kind of audio-based AI education.
It certainly seems that way. And if you tie all this together, another related site mentioned, AIevolutionaries.com, empowering the masses in the tech revolution, kind of sums it up.
AI evolutionaries.
Yeah. The overall picture emerging is one of democratization. Taking these powerful, advanced AI capabilities, content creation, personalized learning, sophisticated analysis, and making them available to everyone, not just big companies with huge budgets.
To bring the power in more hands.
That seems to be the core message running through these different applications.
Okay, so we've covered hope, networking, learning, business growth. But there was one more piece that really stood out to me as unique. It's this idea of humanizing AI.
Ah, yes. Infusing love and empathy into branding stories.
Exactly. That's not something you typically associate with AI, right? Love and empathy.
Not usually, no. It goes beyond the usual tech talk. And there's another piece, though undated, that talks about revolutionizing narratives. AI-powered storytelling takes center stage.
So how does that work? How do you get empathy from an AI?
Well, the way the sources seem to explain it is that AI can be trained to analyze emotional cues in language. It can look at existing content, gauge audience sentiment online, and then help craft stories or brand messages that resonate on a deeper emotional level.
So it's like an AI helping you find the right words to connect emotionally.
Sort of, helping choose phrasing, story structures, tones that are more likely to evoke specific feelings like trust, connection, or empathy. It's about using AI not just for efficiency, but for building genuine relationships through storytelling and branding.
That highlights a really different potential for AI,
Yeah.
focusing on the creative and, well, the human side of things.
Exactly. It's a fascinating angle.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big picture here? What does this deep dive into these Love AI magazine articles, all centered around Mike Hayes' work, really tell us?
Well, I think it reveals a really comprehensive vision for using AI. It's not just one thing. It connects the dots from basic practical stuff like networking,
Right, the ChatGPT networking.
all the way to advanced content creation, personalized learning, and even, as we just discussed, using AI to enhance empathy in communication.
And the goal behind it all seems consistently focused on empowerment, personal empowerment, business empowerment.
Absolutely. The core message, repeated in different ways, is about accessibility. Using these tools, many offered freely through things like the AI Super Campus and strategies like ChatGPT networking to foster connection, create more certainty in a shaky world.
And ultimately, to make that American dream, or maybe just achieving your own goals, feel more within reach again. Especially, it seems, for small business owners.
Exactly. Giving them tools that maybe previously only the big players had access to, leveling that playing field we talked about earlier.
So as we finish up, here's something for you, the listener, to think about. Consider your own goals, your own path. How could integrating some of these AI-driven strategies for communication, for learning, for your business or career, how could that change things for you?
Could it level your playing field? Could it change what it even means to be well-informed or well-connected in this AI era?
And maybe most importantly, how does this evolving landscape empower you specifically to navigate your journey and reach for what you want to achieve? Lots to think about there.